Welcome to Catholic News World.
Welcome to Catholic News World. Please subscribe to our channel. My name is Steph. Here are this week's breaking news headlines.
Another Catholic priest has been arrested in Nicaragua. Both the U.S. government and the Catholic Bishops' Conference have issued statements calling for the release of Bishop Alvarez, who was falsely imprisoned for 26 years, and Father Zamora. The religious was arrested on Sunday, July 9th, at night after participating in a mass in the San Luis Gonzaga parish, in Managua. The Nicaraguan priest, Father Fernando Israel Zamora Silva, Chancellor of the Diocese of Sayuna, in the Nicaraguan Caribbean, was detained by agents of the National Police, amid tensions between the government of President Daniel Ortega and the Catholic Church. The arrest occurred after Mass in the San Luis Gonzaga parish, in Managua, presided over by the Nicaraguan Cardinal, Leopoldo Brenes, sources from the Nicaraguan Catholic Church told AFE on Monday. At the Eucharist, the priest, Father Edgar Rodriguez, became head of that parish, and the arrested priest was one of the guests. The National Police have neither confirmed nor denied the alleged arrest of the priest. The Nicaraguan Freedom Foundation, chaired by the released and denationalized opposition leader Felix Maradiaga, took note of the priest's detention and demanded his release. From the Foundation for the Freedom of Nicaragua, we call on the international community to address this serious situation of persecution against the Catholic Church in Nicaragua and request international attention, said the organization. The religious, with 27 years of priestly life, becomes the seventh priest arrested by the National Police, including the Nicaraguan Bishop Rolando Alvarez, who was sentenced to more than 26 years in prison for treason against the homeland. Relations between the Ortega government and the Catholic Church have been experiencing great tension, marked by the expulsion and imprisonment of priests, the prohibition of certain religious activities, and the suspension of their diplomatic relations. A teacher from Kentucky, USA, was fatally shot on Catholic University of America campus while on a visit to Washington, D.C. Maxwell Emerson, age 25, died at the hospital after a shooting on the campus of the Catholic University of America, on July 5. Police have captured the suspect, who was caught on surveillance footage. According to court documents, Emerson offered the man money as he asked for help outside a metro station. The suspect, Jamie Maceo, age 22, also known as Jamie Macedo, was outside a metro station near the university campus. Court documents show Maceo is a repeat felony offender who continued to get put on probation. He had 3 convictions in the last 3 years. He was arrested and charged with first-degree murder in Emerson's death on Tuesday. Emerson was a social studies teacher and assistant wrestling coach at Oldham County High School. In the statement, the school district called Emerson's death a devastating loss. Max was also a wrestling coach and devoted much time to supporting and coaching our students. He was loved by students and respected by his peers. Catholic University of America released statements, saying, "This week's tragic killing on our campus was a painful reminder that our world can be a violent one. At the same time, our community can be a beacon of light amidst such darkness." Students, faculty, and staff gathered outside Father O'Connell Hall to remember the life of Maxwell Emerson, the victim, and to pray for his repose. Agenzia Fides reported that a Catholic priest, named Father Joseph Azubuike, kidnapped in Nigeria, on July 10, is free again. The priest and 3 other people were abducted by unidentified gunmen in ISU, in Onaka local government area in Ebonyi State, southeastern Nigeria. The 4 people were released around 6 p.m., local time, on July 12, according to the police department and the diocese. Thanks to the joint efforts of the emergency services, Father Joseph Azubuike was freed from the kidnappers unharmed and in good health, said a police spokesman. Intense efforts are underway to apprehend the perpetrators who escaped during the rescue operation. The Catholic cleric is currently undergoing a medical examination in hospital, added the police spokesman. Father Matthew Opoke, Chancellor of the Diocese of Abakaliki, confirmed the release of the priest and the other abductees. In his statement, the Chancellor of the Abakaliki Diocese said the kidnappers released the hostages unconditionally. We are pleased to announce that Father Joseph Azubuike and the other 3 people kidnapped with him have regained their freedom. It is a cause for rejoicing that God has answered our prayers and announced the unconditional release of his servant in an extraordinary way. We are grateful to all those who acted immediately upon learning the devastating news of his kidnapping and that of his 3 companions, the Abakaliki Diocese statement said. Father Azubuike, parish priest of the Church of St. Charles in Mjibulk Isu and Anaka Lga of Ebonyi State, and the other 3 people were kidnapped near the priest's home when they were returning from a pastoral meeting. Kidnapping for ransom has, sadly, become a common crime in most parts of Nigeria. 2 Catholic churches in the Diocese of Brooklyn were vandalized and the New York City police arrested suspects. The Diocese of Brooklyn announced 2 hateful acts, which took place on July 8, against 2 Catholic churches, one in Brooklyn and one in Queens. In the first incident, a vandal desecrated a new shrine statue of Mary, the Blessed Mother, at Resurrection Church in the Gerritsen Beach section of Brooklyn. The white marble statue of Mary was spray painted with black all over her face, shoulders, and hands. Additionally, the word "fake" appears to be spray painted on the statue, as well as lines down and across the statue. In the second incident, the perpetrator who desecrated St. Joseph's Roman Catholic Church in Astoria 1 month ago on June 7 returned to the church. The man entered the sanctuary acting erratically, disturbing the youth choir practice, and frightening the children. Police officers from the 114th Precinct responded within minutes. The church was not damaged, and no one was injured. Arrests were made in both incidents by the New York City Police Department. The Diocese of Brooklyn is grateful to the parishioners and staff in both incidents who stepped in to hold the perpetrators until the police arrived.
Watch our programme every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to Catholic News World channel. God bless.
Please subscribe to Catholic News World's YouTube channel. Thanks and God bless.